Well, our culture editor, Eve Jackson, is with me on set now to tell us a bit more about Dolly Parton. And for those of us maybe outside of the United States who aren't as familiar with her, just tell us more about her. She was truly unique, wasn't she?
Truly unique, Jeannie. I think that's what makes her story so extraordinary, is where she came from, actually. She was born into poverty in rural Tennessee. She was one of 12 children. She began singing at church and then became one of the best-selling, best-known performing artists in the whole world. Of course, she wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You, two songs that have become part of music's DNA over the past 50 years. And she also wrote 9 to 5, which is one of my favourites. So let's take a listen.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by.
Such an iconic tune. She crossed effortlessly between country, pop, film, television, and she also became an extraordinary businesswoman as well. And we recently went to Nashville actually to film a special program about the influence of country music, and you can feel her presence everywhere in that city, the city where she began her career. We visited RCA's Studio B, which is where she recorded some of those iconic songs. We also went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, where she is really celebrated as one of the ultimate greats in country music. And then, of course, she was a philanthropist. Her imagination library gave millions of books to children all over the world. So she was a superstar, but she also used this extraordinary success to give something back.
She really did. So given all of this and all of her legacy, how do you think she'll be remembered most?
Well, her image, of course, is definitely part of it. That towering blonde hair, the rhinestones, the dresses, the spectacular glamour that she always embraced so fully. But I think ultimately she'll be remembered for the music, and she'll be remembered for the woman behind all of that. She was incredibly clever. She was fiercely independent. She was hugely ambitious. But she also had a very big warmth and generosity. She had a wonderful philosophy about life. We often hear some of the quotes she said, like, if you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain. That was one of her sayings. And another favourite, don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. So that, for me, is Dolly's legacy. She was proud to be ambitious. She never apologised for who she was. And she somehow managed to become one of the most famous women in the world without losing any of her humanity.
Right, and a great sense of humor. My favorite is when someone once said she was a dumb blonde, she says, I'm not dumb and I'm not a blonde.
Yes.
Eve, thank you so much for that. Eve Jackson will be checking back in with you throughout the day to talk a bit more about Dolly Parton's life and her legacy.